Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday.
It's Thursday today.
So, sorry that we didn't see you on Wednesday.
We had, I feel like we've been having some technical difficulties more than we usually do.
I was so frustrated. So we spent all of Tuesday night filming literally about an hour worth of footage.
It was fun filming.
I still won't say what it is because we'll get to that. But filming this second channel video. Then I edited the next day for about 3 hours.
So it was done. We just had to send it out.
Fully done. It was like 1 p.m. I had more than enough time to get it up by yesterday night. So I go to export it. And it fails after 30 minutes of exporting. I try again. Fails after another 30 minutes. I tried to export 5 times, and it took 30 minutes to fail each time. And like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm looking up all this stuff. I'm updating iMovie, whatever. Nothing ended up working. This morning, I just randomly tried to export it again. I almost gave up on it, and it worked. So, our second channel video for our first week of fall is going up tomorrow.
On Friday.
And hopefully we can, since it's on a Friday, maybe we can premiere it, actually. We were just planning on putting it up, but maybe we'll premiere it. So, be sure to check out our second channel for tomorrow's video. It should upload like perfectly fine, whatever, knock on wood. I've never had an issue with that.
There's no wood here.
We'll do Fridays. If we have a bonus one, we'll put those on Wednesdays. But now they're on Fridays because of this error. And it wasn't our error. I swear it was just my computer.
It was.
We were all ready, and we worked so hard. One more thing before we jump into the top 10 Bolos. I didn't even say that's what this is. We're doing top 10 Bolo fall brands.
What was that, like Cat and Garth?
I know.
To mess them out?
We went to our P.O. box this week. Actually, like
things.
Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, it was so fun.
And so we have a package from Danica, Thrifty Stew. She lives in Canada, so she shipped this to us from Canada.
The U-package ship mailer.
I love it, yeah.
It's
also,
so
they're
good.
open just because I didn't want to struggle with opening them on camera.
But
we haven't seen what's inside. Thrifty Stew watches us all the time. She's in the chat all the time. She's like one of the nicest people ever.
I love her.
She's so nice. Then this one is from Tina, who just recently purchased from me twice, and actually, she is a queen of reduce, reuse, recycle. This is the box I sent her purchase in. So, love that, Tina.
Use eBay tape?
Also, she put a bunch of cute stickers on, but I'm not going to show you because the label's on the side.
That's her address. We'll go first with Danica.
What is it? Ketchup chips. Again, she lives in Canada.
I don't know what it is with the Canadians, but they got the good flavor of the chips right there. Super cute card. It says, be the energy you want to attract. To Jack, Ryan, and Mike, I saw this at the bins and had to grab it for you. Hope you're holding up well and staying safe. I have terrible eyesight, if you can't tell. Hopefully the USPS still exists and this gets to you quickly. I love you both and can't wait to keep watching you succeed. Danica, aka Thrifty Stew. Aww, that is so sweet.
Also, hashtag save the USPS. If you haven't looked into what's happening to the USPS, look into it. It's not good.
Okay, so there's a plug on it.
I'm already intrigued. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so cute.
I have seen this on something before.
Bear dance. Aww.
It's a pug on a unicorn.
Like,
and he actually looks like Mike. That's
so
he
100%
cute.
does. That's so fun.
Oh my gosh. This past summer I was talking about how I have no tanks anymore.
I love it.
So that's exciting.
We got a sleep tank top.
Yeah.
It's so soft, honestly. And then we have
Canadian candy.
Canadian candy.
Coffee Crisp and Smarties. Smarties? Is it like Smarties but with like a British accent? Smarties.
Coffee Crisp. This seems like a biscotti. And then it's a chocolate covered peanut.
Let's jump into what Tina sent our direction.
Thank you, Danica. We have car snacks.
So some nice packing supplies that we can reuse.
We 100% will reuse.
She also wrote a card that I already see Halloween dog treats, so that's exciting.
Mike is sitting directly off camera.
She said, thank you. Jack and Ryan, thank you. I started part-time reselling in January. I found your channel and started watching. The info you have shared is so appreciated. Aww. I could not have been as successful without you. Please accept a few fun gifts as a small token of my gratitude.
Oh, Tina, thank you.
Your friend, customer, and fan, Tina.
Also,
AKA Dream Locker. She's Dream Locker, so if you want to go check her out, please
recognize
do.
You.
She's
the handwriting
so
is beautiful.
She does. She has beautiful.
I cannot write cursive at all.
Okay, so first the We got ookie spooky kooky dog snacks. That is so amazing.
Does
Sweet
it say?
potato dog treats.
And they're healthy.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. Mike is gonna literally love these. You guys like treat him better than us, literally.
Mike loves junk food.
Oh my gosh, I almost bought one of these. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so excited.
Oh my god,
It's the dog
it's like a
toy
pumpkin
spice frappuccino.
Mike, come here.
Tina. I kid you not. I like had this in my cart and I was like, I'll get it later.
He's discovered the
gosh,
treats.
Tina. Okay. Next up, we have this adorable hat. Oh, because it's Pug's brand. Pugs? I've seen like
Pugs. I've seen the sunglasses
Pug
before.
sunglasses at gas
Those like
stations.
sunglasses.
That's adorable. Tina! Stop!
Tina, I will be eating food with this. Okay, so I do believe a mukbang is in order.
Okay, next mukbang is on Tina. And my next... I will tag her in my story when I get my next Starbucks drink. Apparently that's on her too.
That's so nice.
Okay,
Tina,
but like,
thank
it's
you.
not over. Margarita scented
these
candles.
are for me. Everybody's having a good time. Mike's squeaking his little thing. I got margaritas and candles.
Wait, she's watched since January and she knows us this well. Like, this is like absolutely perfect.
I'm a little goof.
Are you
This
kidding?
is actually... I don't want to burn them.
I know.
They're so cute. Okay, well, I'll figure out some
Okay,
good
and
ones.
then
Those
the
are
last
adorable.
thing looks like a mug. And it
pug?
says, what the pug?
Okay, but like, where do you find this? This
That
is so pretty.
Cute. Oh my gosh, this literally just made like my weekend and week and everything. This is so sweet.
Okay,
of
but
you.
this is adorable.
If you summarize
Like,
this
it's-
with a box,
oh, and there's little,
this
like-
is it.
Tina, you outdid
thank you so
yourself,
much, Tina.
bud.
Everyone go check her out.
Aw.
Dream Locker. Please, please, please. Dream Locker. And that's, I believe, on I know that's on Instagram, and it's probably
I
on
can't get
Posh
over
as
this.
well.
This is such a cute
I will
little
link
mug.
both of them below because this
I'm
is
gonna
so
put this in an
sweet.
Instagram picture.
You guys are amazing.
Much appreciated.
We need to get to our top 10.
Look
So,
at this. Look at that
let's
transition.
begin. The first fall Bolo brand is Eugenia Kim. If you have not heard of Eugenia Kim, it is an extremely expensive high-end hat brand. She makes all kinds of hats. She makes straw hats, she makes wool hats, she makes headbands, she makes ball caps. She makes every kind of hat.
She makes like a stop sign hat.
Yes, she makes bridal Western hats that like are dripping beads. She makes crazy hats.
She's a good hat designer.
But most of the ones I see are like black wool hats.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what you're seeing pictures of. That's why we put her in this fall video. But any of her stuff that you find, buy it. Even if you find the Genie by Eugenia Kim, that's still crazy expensive. So I would pick that up too. It does actually sell really well. It's been sold at Anthropology. I'm sure it's been sold at like Free People, Shop Bop, Revolve,
other places.
all of those places.
And we're not talking like $70. Like the hats are like multiple hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Like expensive.
I found a wool
hats.
baseball hat that's just like herringbone pattern, and it was $170
for like a baseball hat.
That's crazy. Yeah, but our favorite is probably there's this huge like stop
It's
sign
like a stop
shaped
sign.
one.
Or like
I saw
it looks like a prop from like Coven, the American Horror Story season.
Yes.
It's this like massive stop sign that you just.
I saw it at a consignment store once, and it was still like $300.
It was.
I wanted to get it so bad. Well, actually, no, it might have been
expensive.
originally $300, and it was like $130. I was like, I can't justify that, but like, it was so.
It was
cute.
pricey.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying. Okay, so
Number 2.
next, I have found this brand a few times sourcing, which is actually very
And
exciting.
I finally have one myself.
Yes. They are very well known for their collab with Free People. They are CP Shades. They are kind of like, imagine Rails, but if Rails only ever did things with linen.
Mm-hmm.
They are strictly linen. All they ever do is linen garments, and it's usually tops and like flowier pants. But they
I don't know if all they do is linen, but it's like
it's
very
like a
mass
good majority of it is linen. They make a lot of really nice flannels and like flannel length like tunic dresses and maxi dresses and all these other
They
things.
make flannel skirts.
Yes, they do like bottoms. It's very like beachy. It's very like fall if you live on the East Coast.
Yeah, but at the same time, they do make some flannels that you can wear like for
That
the
you can
fall.
wear like in the Midwest.
They're more light and they're more like comfortable.
Yeah, and they always have a really nice color palette. Like they're always really pretty.
Yes, and once again, the retail on these things insane.
Like I think a flannel, they're probably about Rails, but maybe a little bit more. Like
A little bit
$198 for a linen flannel button
Yes,
down.
pick it up whether it is Free People or just CP Shades.
The
I will put a
Free
picture of the
People
CP Shades label here. It is what I consider the most unreadable label out of
I
any
will
brand.
say,
It's
if you find
insane how hard
anything
it is
that
to read.
looks like a CP Shades, check the material tag.
Yes.
Because the main label tag in the back of the neck is always the same color as whatever garment it's on. Super hard to read. The
It's like
embroidery is the
camouflage.
exact same color.
Yes.
The materials tag is white and it says CP Shades.
Yes, so definitely check that.
Mm-hmm.
My piece I have is one of those flannel like tunic mini dresses, and the retail on that is like $280.
It's insane.
And I listed it at like $130, and it
sells
getting,
really well.
It is getting like at least 2 likes a day, and it's
Mm-hmm.
up to like 18 likes. So it also does very
It
well.
actually holds its like resale value. And the Free People stuff, instant.
Mm-hmm.
It flies out of my closet. I've only found it a few times, but the few times I have found it, it is so fast.
Yeah, and the
It
Free
sells
People
so fast.
stuff that they do are like the label says Free People, but the style and everything looks just like normal CP Shades. Like they don't really do like some extra beading or anything for
No,
Free People, so
it's linen.
it all looks the same. So next up, this is one that very, very possibly could have been on one of the Bolos in the past. I don't think it was, but maybe it was. There's a couple on here that maybe
We're not
a
100%
millennia,
sure if we've talked about
like
it
a
before.
millennia ago could have been, but we're going to restate
That's
them
okay.
just in case.
We'll revamp them.
So this one is Nancy Gonzalez, and oh,
You want to talk about expensive?
this is one of the most expensive purse, handbag, accessory brand I have ever seen besides like Hermes and Chanel. Even beating Chanel a lot of the time. Her, like, some of these bags I'm showing that are just top handle bags are like $3,800. They're so crazy expensive. She uses real
I was gonna say,
crocodile.
Have you said the material? She's a gator queen.
That's her thing.
She's a gator lady.
So, as we know from the trend report, Gator is very popular.
Gator and
So
croc.
if you do see these, maybe they'll sell a little better than usual, and you'll be making lots of money.
I don't know.
Because
Can you still like farm or like I
you
don't
must
know
be able to, because I'm pretty sure she's still makes
about the legality
But
of
she
like
uses
gators.
very unique leathers. I think she does stray from the alligator and crocodiles sometimes, not often. That's what a majority
I
is.
feel like I've seen a Nancy
But-
Gonzalez ostrich bag,
Maybe.
at some point.
But for a majority, she's like a Brahmin, but real crocodile.
but with gators.
And extremely expensive. Like, you'll feel it and you'll be like, oh my gosh.
That might be why they're so expensive. Is because like it.
I think
must,
that's why,
it
'cause
must
of the
not be
exotic.
cheap to like
No.
get gator leather.
No. So, yeah, if you see Nancy Gonzalez, you're in the money. Your eyes should go to dollar
Pick it
signs.
up.
Yes.
Okay, next is a personal favorite brand of mine.
Before.
I just ordered a cardigan from them, and I'm getting excited thinking about it because it's so cute. The brand is Unif, UNIF. They have been around since the late 80s, early 90s. It's one of the original like cyber Y2K punk brands. But what they have now more transitioned to is like remaking like really classic looking 90s pieces that are more like modern. So they do a lot of cardigans, they do a lot of maxi skirts, they do a lot of really good styles for fall, a lot of sweaters, a lot of flannels. They're sweaters.
They do tons of sweaters.
They were the people that did the cat graphic tees that were like a little tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
That was Unif from a few years ago.
Yes.
Their knits, from a personal standpoint, are amazing. They're so soft, they're so comfortable. They are definitely worth the price point. It's a little expensive, but it's amazing. It's really good for like Halloweeny stuff too. Like it's a
Yes.
little spooky, but it's not like kitschy spooky.
Yeah. They are sold a lot on Dolls Kill.
And through their own website. Their knits, if you find any of their sweaters, you have made instant money.
Yes.
And the thing with Unif, it's kind of like a Supreme complex, where like they'll only make a certain amount of something and they restock very limitedly. So when they don't restock
A
ton.
limited amount.
Yeah. When they sell out of something, value goes way up. I have a cardigan right now that I'm waiting until it goes out of stock, and then if I really need money, I'll sell it for $200.
Yeah.
I will never. But
And they are so, I think we all know, like some of that stuff that is super, super kitschy and interesting and weird, as soon as you can't get it, it is worth so much money.
more.
Even like Betsy Johnson purses. There's one.
The telephone bag.
Yeah, but there is one that I was looking at yesterday
It's
because
so
I was
wild.
looking like in the world of like fall and
Betsy,
whatever.
Betsy Johnson topped up.
She had a pumpkin spice latte purse, and she had a candy corn bedazzled purse.
Oh, I remember the candy corn one.
You
A
cannot
friend of mine
find
had
those
that.
for under $100 anymore,
Anywhere.
and they retail at like $40.
I was gonna say they were
So
TJs for $29.99.
That is kind of how Unif is, but like everything they make is that way. So Next up is a brand called Bellstaff. Bellstaff makes a lot of boots and a lot of outerwear, and they're actually very popular in the men's and the women's, which I feel like is not very common, kind of for the brands that we talk about.
It's very similar to like a men's equivalent of bed stew boots, if you're familiar with the bed stew boot.
So they focus, like I said, a lot on like boots, ankle boots, kind of more like combat-y military.
They're very
like boots, more like
rugged materials, like leathers,
more
and
like
burlaps.
They don't look like interesting or wacky or kooky or expensive or whatever. They look like utilitarian. Like they look.
That's it.
Yes,
they're very utilitarian.
Yes, and same with their coats. They're like pea coats. They got like a lot of flap cargo-y type pockets. Lots of like greens, tans, browns, blacks. Like kind of keeping it with that more like, again, army colors. Not like they use camo or anything, but just that color palette. And Bellstaff does make sandals and heels and other things.
Oh, they do.
But one very big standout thing, it's not on everything, but on a lot, they use lugging on the bottom. If you don't know what lugged bottoms of shoes are, I'll put a picture here.
Nope.
Like how boots have lugging. Like Chelsea boots always have lug. And so that really stands out, especially on their like heels. You don't often see heels with lugged bottoms. So that is one of their signature looks. And yeah, it's all really expensive. Once again, this is like a really high-end brand that is super expensive and keeps quite a bit of its retail. So if you do find it, pick it up. The jackets and stuff kind of remind me of Barbour or Barbour, if you know that brand, a lot. And that's a good one too. So get that if you see it too, but it reminds me of that.
Okay, next is one of my favorite categories of clothing. Number 6. It's a denim brand called Closed Denim. Ridiculously expensive. I'm not 100% sure if it's Japanese denim or if it's...
They do use Japanese
I was going to say, I feel like they do. But it's really good quality denim. And it's not just jeans. They make like coats and they make other kinds of tops. Kind of like Levi's Made and Crafted.
Yes,
it's very similar. It's very that. They make, not just like regular boring jeans. They make really interesting. There was a really cute pair of flared jeans I saw at a consignment store.
They had one that looked like the bottom was dipped in like tie-dye and stuff. Yes. They make a lot of really cool.
Very good. It's kind of like what Frame used to be a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like really up and coming, really popular, really expensive for a pair of jeans. It's $200-$300.
I would say comparing it to Made and Crafted Levi's is very accurate, as in like they both basically make everything out of denim. Like they don't stray like from it, and it's like 100% cotton denim. Like it is thick, strong denim. And I will say that Closed is sold at Anthropologie and Free People. Doesn't really matter if it is when you find it. Like it's worth a ton of money. It's worth a ton of money anyways. But if you like do find it and you want to list it as both, that is an option as well. Number 7 is a brand called Unreal Fur. So this is another one that has been sold at Anthro and Free People. Same as the last one. It doesn't matter if it was sold there or not. It's super expensive either way. They are known for making fur coats that look exactly like real fur, that are super soft, super high quality.
But without killing it.
But they're not fur. So it's almost
Unreal Fur.
So like Stella McCartney to leather is like Unreal Fur to fur.
Oh, I forgot. She is vegan.
Yeah.
Good for Stella McCartney.
Yes. So it's a vegan luxury company, which is very uncommon, I feel like. But they make really, really cute and trendy fur coats as well. That's kind of like clothes.
They're not like ugly. Like they're like a really cute modern take on like your great-great-grandma's fur coat.
Yeah, it is. And they use lots of like maroons, purples, and like prints, brown. Like leopard print, like whatever. They're sold on Revolve and Shopbop, so they gotta be at least kind of trendy.
So expensive.
Yeah. And that's kind of all there is about Unreal Fur.
Okay, number 8 is another one of my personal favorite brands, but unfortunately don't have any of his pieces in my collection.
Me too.
The brand is Alexander McQueen.
This looks like it's his.
Coach. Alexander McQueen, or MCQ Alexander McQueen, which is one of his diffusion lines. Alexander McQueen, as we all know, so expensive. Really, really, really prominent designer. He does a lot of like tartan fabrics because he's natively from England. So he does a ton, or Scotland, somewhere, England, the greater UK. A lot of tartan, a lot of flannel, a lot of harking back to his like tradition. And he makes spooky things. He popularized I think it was a few years ago, maybe 5-10 years ago, he did the skull flats and the skull scarves that everybody and their mom had. Everybody had a fake one. Everybody had the one you get at the mall kiosk. That was Alexander McQueen.
Yes, he had a whole line called the Dancing Skeleton, which is probably a lot of the pictures that you're seeing here because that's like, I want everything from that. He uses skulls on like everything. His runways back in the day used to be like bloody. They used to be scary. They used to be like people like suspended on things. Like they were weird. So he's definitely fits that whole like Halloween fall vibe. And yeah, he uses lots of like punk kind of like spikes and black and all that stuff. So
he took a lot of inspiration from Vivienne Westwood, which if you don't know fashion history, she was a very prominent punk designer coming out of England before he ever got to fashion school and whatever. So a lot of his like punk references and his use of skulls and like the gothy, the gory comes from Vivienne Westwood. Interesting. Who also is one of my other favorite designers. And I want one of her orb necklaces.
I do
so bad.
And then yeah, McQueen, MCQ, Alexander McQueen, still just as expensive basically. Pick it up. It's just not runway. Well, I mean, actually, it probably does have its own runway, but it's crazy expensive too.
It's ridiculously expensive.
Next up, this is another one that I'm thinking may have been on a list in the past, but who cares? It fits so perfectly on this list. And it's
every single
still
box.
such an amazing brand. It's still a Bolo. Skull Cashmere. Oh my gosh, it checks, like Ryan just said, it checks every box of this video. Halloween, spooky, fall, sweaters, knits, everything. So Skull Cashmere is basically what it says.
It's just that.
It's a bunch of sweaters, like they make, I think I've only seen sweaters. Basically only make sweaters. I don't know, there could be a few strays here and there.
Tops.
But they like always have skulls on them, whether it's skulls printed throughout, whether it's like a skull embroidered in the back, whether it's knit into the pattern.
There's always
whether
some
there's
variant.
one big one, a bunch of little ones. There's
one
skulls
little one. I've seen some
on,
of them where they do like the Polo Ralph Lauren polo player, but it's a little skull.
Yes,
so cute.
Think this brand might be owned by 360 Cashmere.
They do sound like they come from the same family.
They are owned. Or they're a line of some very popular sweater brand, and I think that's the one it is. It may not be, but they are owned by a different brand that is also really expensive. But yeah, they do have a few without skulls. It's very rare. Usually it always has a skull.
It always has like a design on it though, if I'm speaking correctly.
But I had a Skull Cashmere cardigan, and it retailed at like $600. And it sold for like $200.
I remember that, and you paid like...
To Alicia, who's probably watching.
Hi, Queen.
It sold for like $200.
$10 for that thing.
I paid like $20 because I knew what it was.
Oh,
I was like, I will pay up for this. Yeah. So if you see Skull Cashmere, grab it
up
all year.
Even with holes in
year.
it. You know, even if it gets like a little moth hole or gets a little something.
That's so expensive.
It doesn't matter. Pick it up.
Pick it up all year round.
Okay. Number 10, I feel like
I
feel like I'm very well versed in this one too.
Asterix. So this one is not a brand. We just really wanted to include this in here because it's very Bolo right now.
Vintage and boutique sweaters. So we are talking about those sweaters that everybody sees on Instagram, everybody sees on whatever, that you find at Goodwill, and they're just really cute, but there really isn't like a brand associated with that, or like a vintage piece that like looks like something that would be on the Revolve website or looks like something that would be on the Anthropology website. That is what we were speaking to.
Yes.
They do insanely well. They do so well, especially if you can get the style down. Gone, flies out of the closet.
Yeah.
So some of the brands, not to interrupt you again, sorry. Some of the brands for some of the boutique sweaters that we've had really good luck with are things like Chic Wish. They did the heart bobble sweater that was really popular about a year ago. Sweet Rain is another one. Sugar Hill, Lauren Gray's, just kind of like cute.
Luca and Gray.
Timing
is one. There's quite a few of the boutique ones. For the boutique ones, you really have to go off of style. And if it is one of those like either distressed, holy sweaters that are really popular, one of those
big V-neck,
one of those hard bobble ones, or one with just a huge pattern, don't pay as much attention to the brand. No. Pay attention to the style and how cute it is, because trust me, they will sell still.
You have to list them with keywords.
Yes.
Do your research. Find the bloggers that wore them and use those keywords.
And then with the vintage ones, we're not talking about all vintage. We're talking about the ones that look maybe like Coogie style dresses, or if it actually is a
Coogie style sweaters.
Or dress, sweaters. Or some of the ones like Ryan found one with a big pig on it. I've seen
the dancing pig sweater.
Yes. I've had like a vintage Timberland with a big Timberland logo knit into it. It's just like the brand doesn't matter when it's like a really on-trend vintage or boutique style sweater. Sweaters are like one of those one of those only categories where the brand doesn't actually always matter.
It doesn't really, like, matter that much. I will say, speaking of vintage sweaters, if you can find vintage sweaters that have, like, a motif on them, like the dancing pig, or I have one right now that I need to depill that's, like, a craft theme, those do amazing.
Yeah.
Those do so good.
Yes. Okay, so...
That's all we got for Thursday.
That is all that we have for today, but one quick thing that we want to do before we say goodbye is we want to show you an example of
what we're doing on Saturday.
What we're going to do Saturday, which is showing off and highlighting one of you guys' closets each week. And if you want to enter into that, you can check out the last What Sold Saturday and leave your username in the comments.
This is our demo.
But this is our demo. And then we're mainly doing this because my mother, Debbie, has a Poshmark. And she's like, can I enter? And I was like, no. And then she was like, she was sad. Yeah. And so I was like, we'll just use you as an example. Also, I can show you guys Debbie's Poshmark because she sells some stuff for so cheap.
Y'all want to do some safe sourcing?
I literally sometimes go in her closet and I'm like, what are you doing? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? Okay, so let's dive into the Debbie's closet.
The Deb machine, as we call her.
Let's look at Free People first.
She's also, I will say, notorious for digging things out of our donate bins.
I was going to say,
which is so funny.
We may be a little more, like, poking fun at Debbie's. With you guys' closets, we're going to highlight all the nice, amazing things.
Yes, we will. This is Debbie.
Okay, Debbie does have these really adorable pair of Free People boots. She got such a good deal on these. She got 3 of them from someone for a really good price on, like, Facebook Marketplace.
She's
and they are so adorable. But Debbie just sells things for so much less than I would. Like,
than market value.
Say these Free People shoes. I had these same ones, also new, and mine were like $8. Okay, so we got cut off literally by Debbie calling me. It's almost like she's listening through like a microphone.
She says, show them my good things.
But she has like these adorable Lulu items. She has so much more Lulu than me at this point, which I'm always like, how does it just like come to you?
Where do you get all this?
Especially like this backpack. Are you kidding me?
Also,
like,
look at that beautiful weathered deck.
It's adorable. Yeah. Debbie just has like, oh my gosh, she has more Lulu than I
We talk about how she took a picture of this with a pumpkin.
She's festive.
I will say her model pictures and her pictures are actually kind of a gag. They're actually really funny.
But like Debbie, she's also like the shoe queen. So
you want to talk about a lot of shoes?
Let's take a peek.
Debbie.
Half of them are like from her own closet, and then half of them she actually sourced.
Shoe lady.
But Debbie has tons of like Steve Maddens. She just got some Missonis. She was so proud of herself.
She's like, my $100 shoes.
She also has a lot of Crocs. If you're a Croc type person,
she has that big old pair of John Fluogs.
She has Uggs, tons of Uggs. She has like the trendy Sorel type boots, which I've actually never even had Sorels. She has Fries taken in the dark. Debbie has
the cutest pair of Timberlands.
She just recently also got 3 pair of Timberlands that are just like freaking adorable.
They're so cute.
She has these floral ones, these blue ones.
The pink ones are
so
my favorite.
And then, tons of Uggs, lots of leopard. Debbie's got those trends going on.
She is an Ugg lady.
Yeah. If you are interested in any shoes or any bucket feet,
please go buy her shoes. She has so many.
She has so much. So
many pairs of shoes.
Debbie, here's your promotion. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Make a little money.
You guys' highlights will be a lot more planned out and
we'll actually look at them before.
Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the top 10 Bolo video.
I hope you're excited to see who gets chosen for this week's What Sold Saturday. I'm excited to find out.
Yes.
We're going to do it randomly. We're not going to pick favorites.
And each week we're going to do a different one. So if someone gets picked twice, we'll do another one.
Sorry.
Yes.
You did this last week.
But yeah, so stay tuned for What Sold Saturday on Saturday. And like we said in the beginning, you can check out our second channel below for the fun fall video that's finally
up.
So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow and on Saturday.
We'll see you a lot this weekend.
Yeah, you are going to get tired of us. Bye.
Bye.